last time that we played,
You recapped.
I did recap, and I'll do it again.
Okay.
Mainly because it wasn't, we didn't have a super long session, but at the beginning of the session last time, you all confronted the farmer's daughter, Lila, who was inhabited by a flaming soul, which you guys determined to be from someone known as, or some people known as, the Coven of the Crimson Moon. And you watched her transform into a different form, that of a green hag. And the farmer was begging you all to spare his daughter and help her in some way, but deeming you guys didn't have the ability to help her, the next best thing was to stop her transformation into a hag permanently. And you guys did a battle with the transforming Lila, and in the end you guys were able to stop her transformation by, unfortunately, killing her. And, leaving the farmhouse, you guys kind of a little bit heavy-hearted in your decisions, and a lot of kind of sullen and private moments were taken between most of you. Things happened, yada yada yada. Next day, you guys went back towards Vrento, and walking through the stormy weather as you approach Vrento, a young mage from the Vunneth Institute of the Arcane came out looking for a person named Zaratel, who just so happened to be Zar in your party. So, a letter was given to him by someone named Sabine, a friend of Neza, who's at the Vunneth Institute of the Arcane. You guys entered into the city of Vrento and made your way right to the Crimson Sun Temple. You guys met with Grand Master Shamar, and of course, Corey and Drag got the opportunities to introduce themselves and learn a little bit more about the mission that you guys were tasked with, because nobody told Drag anything about it. You just kept pulling her along in this adventure. She had no idea what was happening. No idea who those people were that you fought at the end of the Feast or Famine. You're just like, attack them, Drag, and she did it.
Yeah.
She wanted to kill the kids.
She wanted to kill the kids. She was all about it.
Gusto.
And so you guys brought up the issue that you guys were having with the book. The book is having performance issues because there's a cursed magic coming from the Serpent's Coil that's currently wrapped around Midas's arm. And Midas, who's a little bit reluctant to let it go, told the group that he had some very important Golden Loom business to take care of as he stepped out of the Crimson Sun Temple. And as soon as he was out of the sightline of everyone, he got that itch, and he pressed the Serpent's Coil and began flying away in his gaseous form. And as you guys all went out to kind of chase him down, you all lost sight of them. And Cora, you kind of, spoke out to your patron a little bit, and she'd answer you. And we're going to pick up right from there as, Cora, you still hear the voice inside your head.
Corey, I gave you very simple instructions. I said to follow your friend with the Serpent's Coil. It feels like you're taking advantage of all the things that I've done for you. Maybe it's time I start taking some things from you. Maybe so you can appreciate how much I give to you.
Does this have a physical effect on Corey, or can she ignore it?
How do you want it to be?
How do you want it to be, bro?
It can be silent, like you're just kind of having this little mental conversation. No, doesn't have to have any kind of physical emotion to it, unless you kind of are making faces or anything like that.
Yeah, Corey's completely ignoring it. Just trying to focus on finding Midas, but it's hard to with the voice in her head. So she's just running, trying to just go straight to the golden loom. Yeah, just looking very panicked.
I'd like to see that feeling of panic in your chest. Good to know that you still fear me a little bit, but that's not going to stop me from giving you a little bit of punishment.
And sorry, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Still ignoring it.
Still ignoring it. All right, awesome. So as you guys are, so what are you guys currently doing? Midas is kind of gone, and the four of you have kind of gone outside looking for him.
So did Corey just like run off like as soon as she got outside?
Yeah, she's gone, going straight to the golden loom.
Hey, yo.
Like, and this is all happening in her head, so it's like she's just so freaked out, and also freaked out by Midas being literally anywhere. Yeah, she just took off. From y'all's perspective, she just took off.
Wonder where she's going. She didn't really say anything to us.
She doesn't say anything at all. She just, left like really fast, like I ran.
Do you think it's because I smell bad?
You smell like sparkles.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Good cover. Good job.
Should we go after her?
Do we follow her? Shall we run after her? I mean, if we do not, then who is going to cook for us? I mean, we should let her.
We're in a city. We can just go to a restaurant.
Okay, that's a good point. We good. Yeah.
Corey's easily replaced, apparently.
Yes.
The Gourmand's restaurant is right down the street. I mean.
Oh yeah, and remember that time we went when that was a really good. Oh wait, that was Corey that cooked. We should just go after her. We should just be like, Corey, let's go. Come on, run. We will follow her.
All right.
Corey, stop running!
I haven't slept, so I'm be a little slow.
All right, and you guys take off after her.
We're going to follow.
And while that's happening, Midas, you are currently high in the sky, or as high in the sky as you want to be in your current gaseous form, feeling real good. What is Midas getting up to?
He's feeling great. He's flying around. How far is he from the golden loom?
So right now you guys are in the political district, and do I have my terrible images of of what this thing looks like?
Districts?
Yes. Let me see. Yes, I do. It's in the campaign notes. You're in the political area, so you got to fly over the residential area to get more towards the noble and temples district.
Okay, so Midas is just going to do that. He's going to just fly a little bit higher, so that way, if you look up, you don't just see a little spectral Midas just floating above you. But he would be like heading in that direction still. He's kind of have like, honestly, his mind is empty because he's just enjoying the fact that he's in this form right now. But normally, like, the one thing in his mind is like getting to his safe space, or where he's the most comfortable, which is his studio.
All right, so as you're flying, it does take like another couple of minutes to get there, even in your gaseous form. So as you're zooming though, roll me a 2d8.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
it's going to take
Okay.
a couple of minutes for you to get over there. And as you continue to fly in your gaseous form, the number hasn't come up yet. I'm assuming it's loading.
Oh, it came up for me. It says 5, but I can
Okay.
re-roll it.
No, that's fine. So as you're flying for an extended period of time in this gaseous form, it takes you another like 2 or so minutes because you're flying through and very easily able to navigate the city and you know exactly where you're going. But you'll take 5 extra poison damage as every minute that you're in this gaseous form, the Serpent's Coil pumps some more poison goodness into your arm, keeping you in this gaseous form and continuing to deliver that euphoric feeling that you're getting.
Great.
So are you trying to like land inside the golden loom and like right into your studio, or do you want to land like in front of the golden loom and walk in?
Let's just go through the studio. I don't think he wants to deal with people right now.
All right. Yeah, so you're definitely able to navigate your way through some walls and get right into your studio without anybody noticing you. And if you're planning on taking out the Serpent's Coil, I need you to make a D6 roll for me. As it stings a little bit when you rip out the Serpent's Coil from
Do
your
you see
hand.
that?
I don't. But what is it?
What? It's a 2.
All right, two slashing damage as you kind of rip the barbed prongs of the snake's fang from your hand.
Midas is just rinsed from the pain, kind of like quickly getting over it because he's low-key kind of used to it at this point. And he's just gonna collapse on his desk chair, that chair he hasn't sat in who knows how long.
A little film of dust is like on your chair and on your work desk. Doesn't seem like anyone's come in to clean up or do anything. Kind of how you prefer to have it, right? Like no one touching your stuff.
Exactly.
So
All
while
they
you're
get the
in there,
hand.
exactly. So while you're in there, what are you getting up to?
Oh, that whole ordeal was still kind of stressful, and even with like the whole like the yummy goodness that came from the bracer, he's still kind of like trying to calm down. So he's just sitting in his chair, like kind of like using his desk as support as he kind of just breathe, relax, trying to like recenter himself. But once he does that, he's just gonna like mindlessly kind of like look at the sketches that he kind of just left. Because I'm assuming his studio is still kind of like up a mess from when the last time he was in here. Because the last time he was here, he made everybody's garments, and then before that, he ran out because of the whole Crimson something. So there's still like doodles here and there. It's not organized at all.
Yeah. So you see some doodles on your desk, and kind of just with all the exploring that you've done as of late, maybe the spark of some new ideas coming to fruition in your mind, maybe some alterations you could make on some older ideas that you had at the time. Lots of ideas are kind of flowing through you while you're a little bit like coming down off the high. You're in a real like happy and creative mood as you're in your comfort zone, which is your workstation in your own private studio. So while you're working on this kind of stuff, no one knows that you're in your office currently in the Golden Loom. So you kind of have some privacy to do whatever you wish while you're in there until you see fit to make yourself known. So is there anything you want to do while you're kind of hanging out there?
Well, the first thing he's gonna do is set aside some gold because the girl wants their money. So that's first thing he's gonna do. Kind of just go into his little pockets and just take out 5 gold.
Was it 5? How much did we say it was?
Was it 5? It might be 5. It might be more than 5 actually.
I feel like it's.
I know the
5.
note is minimum is 5, based off like the actual background.
Okay.
It's been a while though.
Yeah, no, it's more than that.
Okay, I'm not surprised. It's okay. We got it. We got the monies. How much is it?
It's 30.
80? It's okay.
You
He's got the money, he's good.
pay for that prestige.
It's okay. His pin is actually made from like gold bars, so it makes sense. Yep. That's my headcanon. Yeah, so Midas is gonna set aside 30 gold, not 5. And he's just gonna just look at all his notes that he kind of just been taking since they've just been traveling. He's been writing a lot of details, especially because of the whole desert and Feast of Famine. He got a lot of inspiration from there. So he's just gonna just start sketching up a few things, trying his best to distract himself from the whole bracer thing.
All right, awesome.
Kind of like if you don't think about it, it doesn't exist. That's like his mindset right now.
It's true. Like cursed item will go away all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're doing that, we'll cut to everyone else currently, and we'll start off with the leader of the pack here, Coil. So obviously it's going to take you guys a little bit longer to get to the golden loom than it did Midas. So as you are walking out, and let me review exactly our streets. Let's figure out how we get there. So I'm trying to see if you can get like directly to. There's like kind of some main roads that go from the political area that you guys are in to the noble district. So there's a couple of like main roads, and so Coil, as you are booking it, you kind of run by some residential areas, some people cooking and selling things and stuff like that, and as you're walking and with or I should say moving a little bit faster,
I'm running.
roll me a perception as you are moving.
All right.
So fast.
Can you see that?
Oh, how come I can't see it? I'll reset on my end, but what'd you get?
16.
Okay. So with a 16, as you are full on sprinting by, you've been in the city before, or at least close to, and you know that usually there's quite the aromas of various foods and wildflowers and things like that in the air. But as you are quickly running by, you don't seem to smell anything. And I'm not talking about Czar's familiar.
That's odd, but I feel given the current predicament she's in, she's not going to pay it any mind. Like she notices it, but it's just not important right now. It's like whatever. She's just trying to get to the golden loom. That's like on the forefront of her mind.
All right, awesome. All right, so you just continue straight down to the golden loom. And what about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, I'm just running behind, probably like a good block or so, trying to understand where she's going. Took us a minute to at least a good minute to understand what we were doing first.
Can we slow down? Why do I go so fast?
She's the one going fast. We were just Corey. She's not listening. She does not hear her.
She's probably a good you guys can make out her the traces of her feet as she's booking it straight ahead, not even paying attention to you guys yelling out to her. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So we were just going to have to kind of forge ahead, just pretend that we know where we're going until we come to a place where we think that we can tell where she went. Come quickly before we lose her even more.
Drag is kind of walking behind them, being like, "You guys can do it," because they're running.
Drag, I can't make it anymore. You have to drag me. He'll just kind of lay down on the ground, face first, and pick up his arm. Just drag me.
What if you got on? What, Zara, get on top of Drag's shoulders, and maybe you can see farther ahead, so that way you can see her.
Drag picks him up and throws him up on her shoulders. She's like, "Come on!"
Whoa! He'll just kind of ragdoll on the back.
Oh.
All I see is the ground. All I see is the ground.
Silly boy. Well, alright, run!
Alright, and Corey, you're the first to arrive outside of the Golden Loom headquarters. You guys, you've been here before when Midas brought you in for some new outfits and things like that, so you're able to identify the building quite easily. Are you heading inside?
Door is slamming open. So she finally just stops and, like, calls for stuff. Huh? Oh, shit.
As you,
Claws and pearls.
so you bust open, like, the main entranceway to his, to the Golden Loom, and you catch a lot of people off guard, and a small gnome comes up to you, and he says, "Oh, madam, there's no need for such violence in this place."
Where's Midas?
Well, Master Midas hasn't been seen for a few weeks now.
He didn't come through here?
No, not that we saw, and we've been standing here for the last...
Check.
Oh, well, alright, might as well, let's go to his office. And, the little gnome kind of shuffles his way over towards, Midas's office, and he says, well, Master Midas leaves the doors locked, unfortunately. I suppose, we can knock and see if he's there. Once again, I don't see him come in.
Corey is able to follow him, right?
Yeah.
She's pounding on the door.
oh, Midas, no need for such brutality, please.
Midas, if you're in there, get your ass out! So serious, get out! She's just pounding on it. Like, just making a scene.
Yeah, you see a bunch of people, like, stop what they're doing, step out of their studios, look towards the sound of all the noise.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She's just pounding on it, like, please! I'm sorry, just come! And she just starts crying and just is still, like, knocking, and it gets, like, weaker and weaker. She just kind of slumps to the floor.
This gnome guy's like, what do I do? He just like kind of like just awkwardly stretches out an arm, just pats his shoulder, and he goes, there, it's okay. I'm sure he's somewhere in the city. Did you travel here with him?
Yes, I did, and he left.
Oh well,
He said he had a business here.
Oh well, of course. This is his home base, as we like to say. But like I said, I hadn't seen him come in. And Midas, you hear all this commotion going on outside of your door. What do you do?
Midas does try to ignore it at first, but it gets to the point where it's like everything on his desk is kind of shaking and moving with each bang on the door. So he kind of slams his sketching pencil down and just like slowly gets up. Like at this point, he's like a teenager with an attitude, and he turned on the roof. So he's like groaning as he slowly goes to the door. But he flings it open and just stares at the mess in front of him. The mess being Corey on the ground.
Oh, Master Midas, you are here. When did you sneak in?
That doesn't matter. Can you bring it down like a lot, please?
And Midas, you recognize this gnome. He's the head of membership management and acquisitions, and he looks over to you, just ignoring what you said, and he'll say, Master Midas, since you're here, there's a little matter of the guild dues that
It's on
are
the
owed.
table. It's on the table.
It's a whole mess.
I'll leave you to take care of and the gnome just keeps like looking over towards Corey and back at Midas. I'll just go collect the dues and I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, it won't take long. And then he'll look back at Corey, just looking down on her. Can you get your shit together?
Can you? And she
I'm fine.
immediately lifts her head up. What do you mean you're fine? No, you're not. You just fucking left.
I said I have work to do.
Work like what? Running off with your fucking bracer? Your cursed bracer?
Shh.
Roll
No.
This is not quiet at all there, Corey.
No, not at all.
All
Not
right,
at all.
cool. All right, keep going.
Yeah, Corey's having like a fucking meltdown.
You need to keep it down. Do you have any sense of decorum? Was he raised in a barn?
Clearly you don't. You don't give a fuck about any of us, do you?
No.
Oh, shit.
She's gonna
I
get
made
up
that
to
clear
stand.
a long time ago.
Can
And
I
if you don't,
roll to Eldritch Blast?
Absolutely.
Yep, that's happening.
And you can, I'll let you do it with advantage.
Awesome. That's
okay.
a 5, baby.
All right, what'd you get? This
Advantage
thing is not working.
It's
for
not.
me right
It's
now.
not showing up for me either.
Okay.
That's so
I think
weird.
it might just be beyond.
Yeah, because none of your rolls are showing for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
What'd you?
if I refresh, then everybody shows up, but not until after that.
All right. What'd you get?
25.
Oh, doesn't hit. It does. It does.
I was about to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to roll damage, but I kind of have to. Oh, I got max damage. So that's
13?
13. Yep.
Damn.
Oh my god!
Do you have repelling blast?
You know what? For this, I'm gonna thematically say that she does, because you're in a point blank Eldritch Blast to the chest.
Yep.
So you kind of get blown back through your doorway, and Archie, the gnome is just like, it's like 26, 27, 28. Oh my goodness!
You
What
just
just
see
happened?
everybody hears this boom, this loud boom, as he goes flying.
Swine.
Oh my- Master Midas, do we need to escort your friend out of the premises?
I got it.
And then he's
Midas
just like, the little gnome just like, 29, 30. Okay, I'll leave. And he just
Midas is gonna,
scurries out.
Immediately, while he's on the ground, like goes up, stomps up, and just pulls on his like wrist to try and yank the thing off him.
With his other hand, can he use that momentum to like shock her?
All right, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Can Midas punch her
All right, well
with
that's
his other hand?
yeah, you can. Roll attack.
That's so embarrassing. It's an 11.
Doesn't hit.
So as you try to like get your fist and swing it up, Corey just like stomped on your bicep, so you can't like get any momentum in the punch.
Get the fuck off of me!
Give me this bracelet. And she's still like just tugging on it as hard as she can.
Roll athletics for me.
All right.
Midas, do you want to do anything to well, actually, let me see how this roll goes first.
Oh, it goes poorly. I got a 6.
Okay. So you try as much as you can, and this thing is not moving. It feels like you're like lifting Midas's whole body in the process. Like you try to pull at the wrist bracer, and it's like lifting up his shoulder and lifting him up off the ground a little bit.
Can you not?
I need it. We need it.
Okay. It's safe on me.
No, it's
You're
not.
causing a scene.
It's a bit late for that, I think. It's far too late for that, and I don't care.
At this point, Drag carrying Czar and Eladrian are walking into the Golden Loom, and they can hear this loud argument occurring, and they know where Midas's office is. Well, at least Eladrian and Czar know where his studio is. So, what are you guys doing as you kind of enter in and you hear your friends arguing?
I wish I had some popcorn.
Now, who's mad at who?
I don't know. I think we should just let them fight it out. It's probably for the best.
You walk in and
Okay.
you see Corey just on top of Midas, just pulling the the bracer, trying to pull it off of him.
Yeah, like I'll like put whoever. I think I'm gonna come in the door first, right? Then as we all kind of like approach, I'll just kind of put my arm out to like say stop, no, step back a little
Stop! No, please stop.
bit. No,
Oh my god!
stop, please. Don't
Ah.
no,
Please don't hit him across the face.
Don't-
No,
no,
he's so
don't.
pretty.
not the left cross. Oh yeah.
Hit him with the 1-2. I mean, miss him with the one. Yeah.
Yeah, Corey's like, since it's not working, she's just like, give it to me or you're getting a blast again. I am not kidding.
Let go of me, or I'm shoving this bomb up your damn dress.
Again, you already hit him with the blast one time and we missed it.
Dang it.
She's gonna blast him again.
No, come back.
Oh my god!
I'm, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump in between them before she does that. And
All right.
and I'm going to sacrifice myself for Midas.
All right, roll damage, and Eladrian's going to take the blast.
It's another 13.
13 force damage erupts out of Corey's very angry bunny hands.
Oh,
Damn!
ow. Okay.
Like a solid punch to the gut as it kind of blows you back into Midas's studio desk. Not knocking over the desk because that thing is solid, but smacking right up against it.
Ooh, I gotta hurt.
Oh,
See, look what you're doing.
I'm
You're not
so sorry.
thinking. See?
Corey, we are the ducks. Why are you fighting?
Tell that to him.
What?
He just fucking ran off with his. He probably trying to, I don't know, run out of the city after this. I don't know. I have no clue.
Why would I do that?
About anything but himself. I have never met a more selfish, narcissistic piece of shit.
Well, you haven't been in France.
I don't. What do you want him to do?
Give us the bracelet so we could leave it with the Crimson Sun people and leave.
I said I can
Midas.
hold on to it.
Midas, give up the bracelet.
No,
It is time.
no.
Just give us the bracelet.
I think it's time for y'all to leave. All
It
of
will be
you.
okay. It will be okay. Look, I will take the bracelet into my hand, and I will hold on to it for you. It's okay.
If you touch me, I swear to God, I would not regret what I do next.
I won't touch you. You are going to put the bracelet into my hand. You're going to take your hand. You're going to take the bracelet. You're going to put it into my hand. There will be no touching. All you have to do is let go and drop it into my hand, and then it'll be safe. There you go.
No.
And I will do whatever I need to do to persuade you to do this.
Midas is going to just point to the door.
No, it is the time, and I'm going to sing you a song about how it is time for us to give me this bracelet here. You ready? It goes time to give me the bracelet. Midas, the bracelet. I need it. Give it to me, and it gets better and better and better because it's an amazing song. And Midas gives in, and he gives me the bracelet.
No.
Yes, it does.
Eladrian,
Well,
go.
that depends if you're using your Lute of Harpy song.
I will, of course, use my Lute of Harpy song, and I will. I'm supposed to do these.
I think it's Midas has to make a save of some kind.
A wisdom. He must a
Wisdom?
wisdom
Oh
saving throw.
no!
Oh my god.
A wisdom save.
I got an 8.
Okay, well,
Eight.
it was a DC 11 that you needed to do, so you
Let me
lose,
look at my inspiration real quick.
and you are. Okay, you go ahead. You look at that. Look at that file.
Yeah, he's gonna burn all of his points.
to get it, I won't have enough to get to 11.
Okay then, good.
All right, so I gotta look
You're
up what
charmed.
this loot does here.
Here, I send it to the log.
All right. So,
Everybody really
Yeah.
should do it, but it's
You know
okay.
what? We'll make everyone in the room do it. So
Wisdom save?
Yeah. So everyone make a wisdom
Okay.
save. And it's still not coming up, so just tell me what you get.
21.
That one
15.
saved. Good. Drag, what's your number?
18.
Why? Oh, okay, that's a good one.
18. All right. And Zara, what'd you get?
15.
Okay. Everyone's good.
Fuck all y'all.
But
It's not your day, buddy.
actually, Midas, you get advantage on this because you're an elf and stuff.
Oh, I do.
I had to look that up. I was like, I knew you get something.
I got 11.
That's it.
Beats it,
You-
beats
you-
it.
Meets it,
Beats it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but can I use my can I use my cutting words against him? As a
Oh,
bonus,
how's
a-
cutting words work?
Takes away from the rule.
yeah, as a bonus action or whatever, I can use it to distract, confuse, or otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. So I can modify an attack roll, ability check, or
All
damage roll.
Roll a. You can do.
just
Yeah.
D6,
So go ahead.
D8.
Roll a. Was it D6 or is
A
it?
bardic inspiration die,
Yeah.
which is a D8.
Ooh. All right. Roll that.
Get a 1.
A 1 still does it, but how about a 7?
Oh. Yep. That's still a fail-a-rooney for you, good sir.
Yeah.
So.
Lore bards, man.
So do I still need? So if I need to persuade you any further than this, I will do so. But I think it is about time for you to just drop it right into my hand.
Technically, if you take damage from an outside source, I have to do the saving throw again. So will I be taking damage from taking this off? That is the real question.
But they
You
don't
already
know
took
that.
it. You already took it off, though, right? You already got the slashing damage from taking it off. So
Yep,
that
it's still attached to Midas's hand. Or
So it's still
it's not
attached.
piercing
yeah.
into his skin, but it's still attached.
I mean, it's just attached like any other bracelet would be attached. Yes.
Yeah,
Sword.
as far as you know.
Okay. So still so drop it.
So make a persuasion check with advantage, because that's
Oh.
what the charmed effect gives you.
Plus 9.
26.
Oh my god.
All right, so that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like what could be used to counter it. I'm gonna say like maybe a Constitution saving throw potentially, but
All right.
we'll do that.
It's not happening.
All right. So, Midas, so under the effects of Eladrian's bardic tune with his lute of harpy song, you do feel compelled to, acknowledge his request, but maybe you can explain what happens when you try to take off the bracer.
Take off the bracer. Midas would try to at least a very bad attempt of trying to like remove it off like any other bracer. But the bracer no likey that.
Yeah, so as Midas tries to remove it, and you can see him like he's not excitedly, but he's trying to follow your instructions in getting off the bracer. But as you can see, and now that you guys are getting a closer look at it, you can see that as he tries to like slide the bracer off his arm, you can see the skin on his hand is like pulling along with it and not letting it come off.
Oh.
My God.
Midas,
Hmm.
is there something you want to tell us about this bracer?
No.
Part of you.
It's like this is like your arm.
No.
I mean, yes, it is. What? Why are you saying no?
It's not.
Oh, but it is.
No.
Oh.
This bracer,
Okay.
says the bracer. My hand did not come from anything similar.
All right, so Eladrian, you make persuasion with advantage in trying to get him to, say what's going on. And Midas, you make a deception roll.
23.
Damn! 4.
So under the compulsion of the charmed effect as well, Midas, you are kind of, not really convincing in your lie and and kind of following the prompt that Eladrian gave you. You kind of reveal that it can't come off, or it's not coming off, no matter how you tried.
I haven't been able to get it off since I put it on the first time.
Oh my gosh. It. Midas, is it cursed? Is this
We
a
know
cursed?
it's cursed, Eladrian. We know.
It is cursed? You put on a cursed bracer?
We didn't know it was cursed, Eladrian.
Midas, what were you thinking? No.
Why didn't you say something?
What are we going to do?
Well, I didn't know immediately.
What if we convince the bracer that it is not cursed? What if we talk to it really nice and say, it is okay, you are not cursed? Would that work? Be like, hey, it is okay, you are my friend. You friendly bracer, and become its friend, we can befriend it.
This item does not have emotions, Eladrian.
Are you...
Yes, I would know.
Okay, that's a good point.
This is my specialty.
What if we cut off your arm? You've already
We
done
are
this
not-
one time.
I am not losing another arm, Eladrian.
And you've already lost one. What is another?
You think I wanted to?
What if you want? Haven't you always wanted a hand and a hook?
No.
What if it was a needle?
No.
Maybe a spool of thread?
No.
Bobbin. What if it was
Corey's
like
gonna go to Czar and ask him, is there nothing in this book about removing it?
Oh, yes.
That wasn't in the fine print. I don't know. I'll open it back up to the page of the Serpent's Coil. Does it say anything there about removing?
All it says is what it says on the page.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's nothing.
What if you tell the other book? What if you open up the other one and you tell it and say, I don't know, what is the opposite of curse? Uncurse? And you tell it the book that, then it will just like the compass, you're right? It will point us in the way.
Okay, uncurse.
Yeah, that's it. It worked, yes? Is it pulling? Which way is it pulling?
Nothing happens.
Try again.
No.
Guys, I promise it's fine.
Czar, you grew up here.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who has a specialty in removing curses, or anyone that your institute?
I mean, yeah, there was teachers that studied cursed stuff, and there's books on cursed items, but Grandmaster The Grandmaster told us that there was a guy, the priest of Kalimvar, that could take it off. Grandmaster Shamar, yeah. Or remove the curse.
And that's where we need to go.
You can just cut his hand off.
No.
I mean,
We are not.
he already has a metal
moving
hand.
hand.
It'd be really cool to have another metal hand.
What if we made
That
it?
is so insensitive, Czar.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Drag pulls her trident out. She's like, I can help.
She has a trident.
You would not live if you tried that.
How did you lose your other arm, by the way?
That does not matter.
I'll have
It
your mask
doesn't.
go- Oh,
I feel like it's relevant.
I think so.
No.
Did you have another cursed item that you're not telling me?
No.
Did a shark bite it?
I think that's probably what happened. It was a shark.
Eh.
It would,
That makes sense.
that's probably the most logical solution.
Mm-hmm.
Czar was
It
in his
doesn't matter. I assure you.
in the
We're
golden
going
aquarium.
to Kalimvar, or this guy who worships him. We're going there.
Oh yes.
We're finding out how to get this thing off, and we're returning it. So
Oh,
no,
yes.
this doesn't happen again.
Will
Oh, and-
Midas
and-
follow
and-
us?
He would have to
I
come
mean,
with.
You.
I don't think I have a choice in the matter.
Not
No one's
anymore.
listening to me.
So as you guys are having a conversation, and the conversation's kind of echoing through the open studio doors of Midas's place, you see kind of knocking on the door and entering into the room. Midas, you identify this person right away as the current vice master, well, maybe probably master of the guild hall currently, Master Hillhorn, who's a water genasi, who's around like 90 years old. He's stands about like 5'10". He's got white dreadlocks that are tied up behind his head to keep the hair out of his eyes. He wears thin glasses, and he's decorated in a very billowy silks and robes, and they kind of just run very smoothly across his skin.
Well, what seems to be the commotion in here?
Nothing, sir. We was talking about inspiration.
Ah, Midas, I'm glad to see you back. It's been a while since you've been inside the Golden Loom. I'm assuming Archie over there got you for your dues?
He did. Yes.
And what's this argument about a bracer on your arm? What's going on?
It's nothing, I assure you. It's a quick fix.
I apologize for eavesdropping, but you guys weren't very quiet about what you were talking about.
Oh, no
Yeah,
worries.
I
We were just
apologize for them. They have a tendency of being loud and chaotic and unruly and disastrous and annoying and
Well, not the
something
usual
another good
types.
adjective.
Not the usual types you'd associate with, Midas. Are you looking for some inspiration from these folks, or what's going on?
New clients. You're right. These are not the people I hang out with. But who am I to deny potential clients?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Well, Midas, you know the rules. Paragraph 8, subsection 2. No outside fashion accessories that weren't crafted by a member of the Golden Loom themselves. So unless you're looking to, use that for some inspiration, I'd recommend removing it as soon as you can.
Sir, yes, sir. That's the plan.
And Midas, come over here for a moment. And he just kind of gestures you
over to get a little bit closer to him.
Midas would nod, looking at the crew before going forward.
Now, Midas, do you have any future job prospects or any new connections you've established on your journeys here?
I did meet this one guy at Anagaz. He's a potential supplier. We kind of worked something out, so he said he could give me some really interesting fabrics now that I think about it.
Oh, well, we don't have many connections out in Onagas, but, yeah, I was just worried a little bit with Master Balthine leaving. We've started to notice a dip in our usual order supplies. Seems to be something or someone is taking away our business a little bit.
You don't say.
Yes, well, I've been busy trying to clean up the mess that Balfine left behind, but, well, if you're out there doing business, well, you're doing the Golden Loom proud. I know Master Balfine spoke very highly of you, so, I know you'll do the best to make the Golden Loom proud.
But he did?
Oh, yes, every time we were in a private conversation, he always spoke quite highly of your skills.
Good. I am one of the best here, so I deserve it.
Well, you know, I can't deny that, Midas. Some of your designs have definitely made it to the high society of Vrento.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll talk to my connections on her, and I'll help out with the lack of orders.
He grabs your hand with the Serpent's Coil on it, faster than you can really react to it, and he just kind of like moves your wrists back and forth, just kind of looking at the design. You see him adjusting his glasses as he takes a look at this, and
well, this is quite the fine design here. This is not from the Golden Loom. I don't see any of our embroidery on it.
It's not, but it won't be stankier, I can assure you. It's just something I found while out in Onagas. So hopefully I can use it for future inspiration. I'm thinking a desert-based collection.
Oh, well, that would suit Onagas quite well. Maybe you'll establish the flagship of the Onagas Golden Loom brand.
Just maybe.
Well, I'll leave you to it, and yeah, do be sure to take off that bracer when you're able to.
Of course, sir.
And he gives you a nod, and he looks back to everyone else, gives them a nod, and walks back out into the large Golden Loom studio.
All right, everyone, back to work, back to work.
And you guys kind of reconvene a little bit, and what are we gonna do?
I think at this point, Corey's like, now that there's been this like moment of calm, and like realizing like everything that she just did, that just happened, the fact that she sprinted basically all the way over, like all of that exhaustion is catching up to her. And she's just winded, completely winded, and you guys just see her just kind of, her hands just fall to her sides. She just kind of lowers her head, and she just says, "Let's just go."
All of us.
She gives Eladrian a look, like a very fearsome look. Like you just see the fire in her eyes. She doesn't say anything to him.
Yes, okay, all of us. Yes, all of us will go. Yes, everybody, turn around. Okay, right. Single file, out the way.
Yep.
Leaving. For a moment. We will be right here, okay? When you need us.
All right, Midas, what are you doing?
Midas is kind of like tense. His hand would kind of like reach for his wrist, but he quickly puts it back down once he notices that everybody is still kind of close in the area, and this is probably not a good time. Also, the fact that he's, kind of hurt. That Eldritch Blast took a lot out of him, so he's gonna cast Cure Wounds to start kind of like rubbing his chest with it, kind of like healing whatever damage that Corey did. But his hands is like shaky as he does this.
Awesome, go for it. Ooh, second level?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah,
I
the
was really beat up.
Yeah. How much you get? Yeah, the rolls aren't coming up unless I
Oh,
refresh.
11. Sorry.
Alright, awesome. Good stuff. So you guys begin to leave the Golden Loom headquarters. And being in the Noble District, Czar, you know that the Vunith Institute isn't too far away. The Gourmand's restaurant isn't too far away either. There's lots of people kind of walking around and going about their business. So, are we headed directly to the Cleric of Kelimvor, or is there anything else we want to do while we're going there?
Where is the cleric?
So
Outskirts of
it's
the city, huh?
yeah. So
Outskirts.
it's the one that you guys met with Naylan before.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing else I want to do but go straight there. So
I mean, I could use like some
chocolate.
chocolate, some local in chocolate. Yes. Do you have any? Do you perchance have any? Do you know where I can get some?
I don't have any.
Ah, well, that's unfortunate.
I mean, the school's this way, and Corey, the Gourmands is right there too. You could probably show them you got your badge of honor. I know. I think Midas is gonna be okay. He's a strong guy. He's the smartest one out of all of us.
I'm not letting him out of my sight again. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? I mean, he's a grown man.
Czar,
What?
I'm not going. If you want to go to the school, I don't give a fuck. You can go.
Well, damn.
Well then, I think we're going to. Yeah, we're just going to go. Just going to go.
I'm not gonna go. I don't. You don't have to treat me like that. Just because we already had this conversation, okay?
He ignores him. She turns her back to him.
Corey.
Fine. And he's just gonna walk away too.
Corey. We have
As
done
long
this
as
before.
Midas is with her, she's not looking back. She doesn't care. I mean, she cares, but yeah.
Hey,
Don't care about your boy.
this is the second time you have done this to him. Do you care for no one but yourself?
Wait, is he still walking with her or no? Because
We'll say that we're kind of out of the Golden Loom, kind of like in front of it. We're kind of discussing where we're about to head off to, and it sounds like Czar is about to go off in a direction for himself. Is that kind of my understanding?
Yeah, I think so. That comment kind of made me kind of want to walk by myself. Yeah.
That's what I took out of it.
All right. Does anyone want to go with them at all?
Teenage angst again. Want to go with him?
Yeah.
Does he? I don't know. Does he want company? Do you want to come? Do I know? I'm just going to go. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to be a little disgusted at what Corey did also, and I'm going to go with Czar. She's continued to talk to him like this, and it is unfortunate.
I'm going with him.
All right. Drag's gonna go with them. Eladrin, you go with the other ones. You're still kind of charming Midas into being rational.
That's good. All right, got
Damn.
it. That's fair.
Free me. Free Midas. Them
Going
damn
to
wisdom saves, bro.
give the silent treatment to one of our compatriots here.
All right. So now, before you guys head on, well, you know what? You guys are just gonna head on out. All right. So you guys kind of split directions there. The trio there is going to go towards the northern district there. They're going to kind of cut through the main market area, which is the central area of Vrento. And we're going to go start with Drag and Czar as you two head towards... Where are you guys going? You going to the Institute, Czar?
Yeah, Czar's just not looking back, just kind of heading straight towards the Institute.
And you just hear some large footsteps of Drag kind of just jogging to catch up with you.
What do you want, Drag? I'm not going back.
Okay, let's go forward.
Why does she gotta treat me like that, man? I don't get it. We apologize and everything, and what is your thoughts on this?
I don't think she was right to talk to you like that, Czar.
Right? What do we do about it?
What could we do?
I mean, we were trying to make jokes, and you know, like Midas can take care of himself. He's always took care of himself. He doesn't want our help. I don't know.
Well, you can't force someone to drink the water, so
Yeah, but you can
we
lead him
just
to the
gotta
water
keep going
hole.
on. Well, yeah, you can lead people anywhere, but you can't force them to drink
Yeah.
unless you're torturing them.
So you're saying we should torture her?
I didn't say that, although I do like some torture.
Well, so should we torture Midas?
I didn't say we should torture any of the ducks.
Did you just wink at me?
Did I? I thought I blinked.
Okay, hey, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, yeah. Do you want to come with me to the college?
Yeah, we're going.
All right, friends, yeah.
She holds her hands up for a high five before they go on.
Sorry, I'll give him a high five.
You got to kind of jump for it.
He still misses.
Row athletics.
Slaps her elbow.
That was
Close enough.
All right, on we go.
So you guys head over towards the Vunneth Institute of the Arcane, and you're greeted with a large, pristine marble staircase that leads to a large, ornate brick building supported by large, white marble columns. You know, just like the last time you were here, Czar, lots of people are coming in and out of this area. They're all wearing that very common navy blue uniform with matching boots and that small pin that denotes that they're from the Vunneth Institute. There's that large opening. The door is wide open, but you know that there's a magical barrier that kind of prevents, you know, more than one guest from coming in with a student. But now that you kind of gave Drag that blessing there, you're able to come into the Vunneth Institute with Drag at your side.
Well, welcome. Have you been here before?
No, Drag's just like looking around with her eyes wide and her jaw to the ground. Nope.
This is crazy, right?
Yep.
And on the inside, Drag, it's like the building does not look as big as the interior is. Like, it's kind of like a very deceptively large interior, very likely by magical means. You're not 100% sure, but yeah, you're just like, that outside doesn't quite fit what the inside's looking like. And there's lots of like staircases, things floating in the air, candles, books, and lots of like little arcane symbols just floating in the sky, in the ceiling above and stuff like that. So just a very mystical place compared to the places that you're used to.
This is crazy looking.
I know, I'm happy you get to see, like, basic. So this is a place where we study, you know, and the library's over there, and my old dormitory's over here, and my classes are up there, and our old classes, yeah. And this, yeah,
Whoa.
it's nice to be back.
So where do we go next?
Well, I'm not really sure. We should probably go see some of my teachers, but I got that letter from that guy. Maybe you'll give me a clue.
Let's go.
All right, I'll reach in my bag and I'll take out the letter from old Reginald.
Yeah. So that letter was addressed from a young woman named Sabine, who's Neza's friend, and it says to meet her at in the library, in the enchantment section.
All right. Well, looks like we should go to the library. Do you like
Let's
books?
go. No, not particularly.
That kind of hurts me a little bit.
I like you
That makes me feel better.
and your book.
Even better. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll head to the library.
All right. So as you get into the library and you step in, Zar, you're used to the phenomenon that happens as you walk in, but Dreg, as you enter into the library, like as you kind of cross the threshold inside, you notice that your footsteps don't make any noise as you walk in.
Did I just get lighter?
Shh.
And as
We're
you
the
try
library.
and as you try to say that, nothing comes out of your voice. There's no sound that's coming out as Zar, you kind of link up with her, just kind of mentally projecting your thoughts inside of Drag's head.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. You can't speak in here. We have to communicate via telepathic link.
Drag's gonna think really loudly. Can you hear me?
Ow. Yeah, that hurts my brain.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm curious. What is like when we entered, and like that telepathic link kind of connected? What does Drag think about? Like, what are the thoughts flowing through Drag's head?
She's overwhelmed and dumbstruck. Even more dumb than usual.
It's okay, Drag. Like, just think of this place as like a huge runway.
Oh, and she stands up a little straighter and puts her hands on her hips, and she starts strutting forward, and then she looks back at Zar and is like, where are we going?
Oh yeah, the enchantment section. And I remember the last time I was in here, the librarian. I don't remember their
Yeah.
name though.
You just know them as the librarian.
Okay, yeah. Are they behind the desk?
You don't see them behind the desk currently.
Okay, but I do know where the enchantment section is, right?
Yeah, you would 100% sure. You?
Okay,
You, Zar? Yes, 100%.
Perfect. It's like, okay, we're heading to the enchantment section. Follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, I head over there.
All right. So you guys take your time, kind of, Zar, you're just like admiring the books that you love, and Drag's just kind of like picking her nose as she walks, just not a care
Yes.
in the world about what's going on, and you eventually make it to the enchantment section, and reading a book at a small like round table, you see a young human girl in her mid-teens. She has blonde hair, green eyes, and her hair is currently tied back, and she's wearing that blue outfit that denotes her to be a student at the Vuneth Institute.
I'll kind of see her and connect with her. Sabine?
And hearing that, she kind of perks up and looks over to you, and she says,
Zar? Are you Zar?
Yeah, that's me.
You're
Sabine, right?
Yeah, I'm Sabine. You're Nez's brother, right?
Yeah. Do you know what happened to her? Where she went?
Okay, look, I haven't seen her for a few days, and I'm really, really concerned.
Well, yeah, the last time I was here, she wasn't in. Had this. Well, what do you know?
Well, you know, I know that Nez has had to take over the bookshop while you were away, and she was always a little bit frustrated that she was falling behind on her studies. So, she had a little bit of time, and she came here, and we were talking, and she was looking for a way to enhance her magic, like amplify it in some way so that she could catch up to the rest of us. And, well, she came here looking for a book about magic amplification, and then, last thing I know is she told me she was heading out past the southern gates, and that was almost over 5 days ago.
Did she take the book with her? Do you have it?
No, I don't have it. I mean, the librarian would probably be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay, did she look like distressed? Was she sad? Why did she want to get... I know she was falling behind, but I told her I'd be back and I'd be able to do stuff, but...
Well, she didn't look like upset or anything like that, but, it's hard to explain. She looked very focused and driven, like she really wanted to do this.
Have you seen her talking to anyone lately, or anyone mysterious or anything like that? It didn't come up the last time I was here.
No, I'm the only one she really talks to at the school.
Well,
like I said, I'm just really worried about her. I haven't seen her in over 5 days. I'm worried something bad's happened.
yeah, so am I. I've been trying to send her paper birds, but they aren't sending. So I don't know where she could be.
Well, from what I know about paper birds, I don't think that's a good sign, Zar.
Yeah, no shit. Thanks for making me feel better.
Well, hey, I'm worried too, okay?
Well, don't take it out on me. Look, I'm already stressed out. My friends are being ducks, and
She's just...
very quizzically, looks at you, like, ducks? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. But yeah, that should help. I'll try to find the library and see if I can get some clues on where magical amplification might be found. Oh yeah, by the way, this is my friend Drag. She's the best drag queen in all of Stellaris.
Hello, Drag.
Hi!
Sabine just kind of stares up and down at the. she's gotta crank her neck back pretty high to look up at her.
Drag goes back to looking around at the ceiling.
She's not the book type.
Well, I guess it's a good idea to expose people to new things anyways.
This is true, which I guess is also why Nathan might have left. But did you ever... I think I already said this. You haven't seen the book she was reading, right? It's just magic. The only thing you know about it was she was trying to amplify her magic.
Yeah, that's all she talked about. She's just trying to play catch up as quickly as she could.
Remind me, the last time I was here, I think I asked the librarian about the book, and they gave me the book about the island that sank into the ocean, right?
Yeah, it was a book called Ludwig's Tower.
Yeah. And that was in kind of off the coast, right, of Stellaris?
No, that was actually down near the Draymore Lock.
crap, where's the Dreamworld lock? Where are the pictures of the map?
Campaign notes. You can
Okay,
see it in
got
the pin section.
Dreamworld lock. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh shit, we even passed by there. Okay. Yeah, I'll just be kind of thinking towards her. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did read the book that she was looking at, and it was some Ludwig's tale. Sorry, one more time.
Yeah, Ludwig's Tower.
Ludwig's Tower. Sorry, Ludwig's Tower, and in the Dreamworld lock. And God, I'm so stupid. Like we passed by there, and I didn't even think to go looking. So much on my mind.
Well, there's nothing, you got your own things going on, Zara. You can't be held responsible for, everything your family does.
But I mean, I'm her older brother. I should have been there to protect her, but instead I've been off traveling and goofing around and.
Well,
not helping her.
I haven't heard of this Ludwig's Tower before. Maybe the professors know a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll probably have to reconnect with them, see what they know. Maybe they can help me out on that end. But you've been a great help, Sabine. Thank you, and sorry again for kind of mouthing off.
Well, that's okay. We're both a little bit just stressed about the situation.
And if you learn anything more about this, please send me a paper bird, okay?
I mean, they're a little bit expensive, but I'll just send Reginald out there. He
But
still owes me.
Don't send that kid. He's gonna die.
And she's
just very puzzled. She's like, "What? Why is he gonna die?"
Look, it's really dangerous out there. Okay, I've seen some shit, and I wouldn't trust. He should be staying in Vrento walls. Why? I should have even let him go. God, I am a horrible hero.
Well, I make sure to tell him he stays on the right, the main traveled paths,
Yeah, even then he can get jumped by hags and goblins and
Hags? What do you mean hags?
and hyenas that grow from humans and oh man.
It sounds like you've seen some stuff since being away from the Institute.
Yeah. But okay, well, can you point me towards like the cursed section? I never really read up on curses, but I have a friend kind of dealing with curses, so I think I'm gonna enlighten myself a little bit. Maybe I can help.
Well, I think the curse section is way at the back of the library.
All right, maybe I'll find the librarian back there too, and she'll be able to help a little bit, or they'll be able to help.
All right, well, yeah, hopefully you find Neza. I miss her.
Yeah, you and me both. And I'll just kind of give her a sheepish smile and head towards the back. Come on, Drag.
Okay.
All right, and you guys head over to the back of the library. Are you looking for the librarian at all, or are you just kind of heading to the back?
Yeah, kind of as I'm going back there, I'll keep my eyes out for them, but if I don't find them, it's okay.
All right. So you continue walking past, books about abjuration, about, evocation. You walk past all those schools of magic, and you come towards the back, and you see the cursed section. And there's not too many books on the shelves in these categories here, but what are you kind of looking for to peruse?
Looking to peruse, I guess, how to break curses and how to break a curse.
So as you're searching through, Drag, what are you doing?
Drag is looking at books, and how big are the rows between the stacks that we're walking through?
I mean, like, you got a good, wingspan worth of space. You know, your
Okay.
wingspan.
Okay. I didn't know if I was gonna knock over a big thing of books or not. So
This is like a grand like university like
Gotcha.
library, huge, lots of space.
so she's looking at books like she can read them, but she can't.
And even if you picked up a book, it'd be in like languages that you don't even understand, anyways.
Yes, but she's pretending to be interested.
Ah, yes, books and such. Yes, books.
Yes, paper,
I know some of these words.
Oh,
leather.
Drag, I didn't know you read Sylvan. That's pretty impressive.
Uh-huh.
What does it say? Regale me of the tale of the book you're reading.
Oh, I wouldn't want to bore you.
You could never bore me with a book.
I could bore you with a story, though.
Try me.
How about tomorrow?
All right, I'll hold you to that.
Okay.
And as you're kind of searching through Czar, you find a couple of books about like curses and cursed objects and things like that. You read that there are some like magical spells out there that can, you know, remove the curse from items and things like that. So there is magic out there that can remove curses.
Does it say like? I mean, I know the spell, but like, does it say the spell in the book itself?
I mean, it has like essentially the writings of what would be known as like a remove curse kind of spell. Obviously, it doesn't just say remove curse in there, but whatever
Right, okay.
kind of cryptic, you know, Sylvan writing it's in that would allow one to break the curse. It's not a magical book that you'd be able to transcribe into your own spell book.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was checking.
Yeah. No ripping pages out of the books here.
Yeah, it's a magic I can kind of to drag. It's a magic I can access, but I gotta find where to access it. Maybe we'll look out in the priest of Kalimvar will be able to, the cleric of Kalimvar will be able to take off the curse.
That sounds better.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you can just cut his hand off.
Okay.
I really do wonder how he got that metal hand. Is that like weird to ask?
I think somebody else cut it off.
You think so? Who you think did it? You think it was Balfine? You think Balfine cut his arm off?
Or it got stuck in a sewing machine one time.
That makes more sense. But why would he have to cut his whole arm off?
I don't know. Did it go all the way in? What if it's a really big sewing machine, like my size, Czar?
I've only read about those. Those are like legendary. I guess only the only the Golden Loon would be able to have a hand-sized sewing machine that he could
You
get
think
his.
it's all in gold?
Probably so.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, I kind of want to talk to some teachers. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm here. Let's go.
All right. And I'll kind of put the book back on the shelf and start heading out of the library.
All right.
Drag follows him.
And as you guys get out of the library, you hear your footsteps once again trample on the ground, making noise as you walk out of the library. And let's take a quick break. Let's get back together in like 5 or so minutes. Okay?
Okay.
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 And we'll pick up with what the other three are doing.
Awesome.
So we kick off with the 3 Midas Eladrian and Kore are heading towards the northern gates. Their destination just outside of the gates, and you guys are passing through the main kind of marketplace area. It's pretty busy there. Kind of like the last time you guys passed through. You do see a fair number of people that are wearing some like battle armament, some types of armor, mostly just kind of low level leather, tongue twister, and like some short swords and short bows and stuff like that. You might see a person with like an occasional crossbow on them, but those are pretty hefty price tags on them for the common folk. And as you guys are passing through this main market district, once again, tons of vendors along the streets, lots of different shops, restaurants, bars, taverns, all the items that you could need are on display in this bazaar that lines the main strip of Vrento, leading from the southern gate all the way to the northern gate. Kore, roll perception for me.
Will do.
And you'll probably have to just tell me what it is whenever you do it.
Yeah, for
D&D
sure.
Beyond is beyond you.
12.
All right. So, last time you were, knee deep in following Midas to the Golden Loom, and you weren't really paying attention before, but now that you are more or less casually walking towards your destination, you can't smell anything. Normally, you'd think you'd smell all of these wafting foods vendors and perfumes and flowery aromas that come off of the natural beauty that lines the Vrento streets, but you can't smell anything.
That's weird. Eladrian,
Yes,
can...
but
Never mind.
what do you want?
Maybe
What do
it's
you want?
nothing.
Maybe it's something. I don't know. Maybe it could be the biggest thing. What is it? Ask your question.
Is it me or is no one cooking like usual?
No one cooking here in the market? Haha, don't be ridiculous. Is anyone cooking?
Oh, you can see lots of people have like many like vendors, some grills, some open flames. There's like cured stuff, there's fruits, there's vegetables, lots of stuff.
Is it just her that can't smell things, or can I smell things?
Roll perception.
I will roll perception for you. A 21.
Oh, you can
How
definitely smell stuff.
perceptuous.
I smell things. Corey, I don't understand what you're saying. It is like a beautiful day here in the market. You are getting the wafts of the sausage, and you're seeing, the fumes from the soups and the gumbo. All of it. Everyone is having a smell. Even Czar. Czar
The
has a
look
smell.
on Corey's face is not something that you've ever seen before. She looks incredibly distressed, but then, like, for a second, like Eladrian sees this for a flash of a second, she looks very distressed. But then she just goes, I'm just sick then, I guess. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. Corey, are you okay? Are you?
No,
No.
I'm not.
What is wrong?
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Do you have a tummy ache?
She ignores him.
Tummy is not hurting. Okay.
Yeah, she just keeps walking.
And Midas, what are you doing?
Midas is just, he's been silent since they left. He's kind of like just holding his arms like tightly to himself as he follows. He knows he doesn't really have a choice, so he's kind of just going with it.
Two silent people next to Eladrian. It's his worst nightmare.
What is
Good.
happening right now? So, you guys, It is a good time for me to bust out my lute and sing a song about our travels.
Midas
Because
is so
you guys
like out of it. He's not even gonna tell Eladrin to shut up.
guys are
Corey's
such
ears droop,
huge
just
fans.
droop completely, and she just keeps walking.
Roll a performance for me.
I tell you a song. 28.
All right.
I am going.
Well, you do what you want.
I'm going to sing you all a song and regale you of our tunes, of our times together, and remind you of the good times of the ducks, and all of the things that we have done in the past about the good times and the bad, and the beautiful, and blah, 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 blah. Keep going. Continue the song.
And your tune is very appealing to the masses, as everyone, even the people that had a little bit of a frown on their face, is definitely turned that frown upside down. Except for your party members, of course, who seem to be a little bit lost in their own heads at this time.
It was for sure that this would have cheered you up, a smile a bit maybe, but apparently not. You're still in need. Maybe I should tickle you. You need to be tickled? It's weird. Tickle you.
So you guys continue towards the northern gates, and eventually you reach your destination. As you know, the customs agents aren't really putting too much pressure on people coming in and out currently, and you're able to exit outside the city gates pretty easily. And
Well,
not too far in the distance, kind of just like when you walk straight out, like to your left, you can see a large graveyard. Currently, no one is out there attending any of the graves, but you can see like the small little chapel house that resides kind of like in the middle of the cemetery.
I'm just gonna keep walking. Corey is in total silence. But she's gonna, she's kind of trying to smell.
And you keep sniffing, and you don't get nothing.
I'm going to notice that she keeps, sniffing, like the little bunny ear, the bunny nose keeps, wiggling, and I'm going to be like, Corey, if you cannot smell it, it's okay. It does not smell very good here.
That's the problem.
It smells like death.
And I can't smell it.
Oh, that is a thing you want to smell. You want to smell the death?
Anything. How can I cook if I can't smell anything?
Well, maybe you can rely on your taste instead of the smell.
If I can't...
Maybe...
Have you ever been sick before, Eladrian?
Me? Sick? I have the best immune system in all of Stellaris. I laugh at sick. Ha ha! Yes, I get sick all the time.
Okay. Have you ever been so sick that your nose is blocked up, and anything you try to eat, you can't really taste it?
Oh, yes. You mean when they had that like, yes, I remember. I know. Like, it tastes like a card, tastes like board, tastes like nothing.
Right.
Yes.
So you see the problem.
No. Sometimes when I have been sick like that, the cooking was not all that good, and so not tasting it was actually better. So for me, that stick was a blessing. But I can see how that would be frustrating for someone that has a palate so developed as yours. Yes? And you
It doesn't matter right now.
Oh.
And she just goes up to the chapel.
Okay.
All right, so walking up to the chapel, the doors are currently closed. What are you gonna do, Corey?
Knock.
All right, you knock on the doors, and with a couple like raps, you notice that the door just kind of loosely opens. It doesn't look like it was locked at all.
Well, she's just gonna walk in.
All right, so you walk in, and are the rest of you guys following?
Yeah, I mean, I have to stay close to Midas as long as he's because.
Yeah, I still don't think Midas has a real choice in the matter, so he will just be following along.
Fair enough.
But
You
he's
never know.
still
You
silent.
might make a break for it. You never know.
I feel like he catch me. Maybe easily.
Throw down a spike strip.
So you guys walk into this small chapel, and maybe there's like 4 rows of pews, maybe even like 3. It's a very small little chapel, and a man walks out of the back, and he's familiar to you, Midas and Eladrin. It's the gentleman that Naylan had spoken to before you guys had set out to Kraknar, and he walks over to you all and he says, well, Kalimvor's blessings on all of you. What can I do for you?
Can you remove curses?
Oh, well, I mean, I could definitely try. Of course, it depends on the manner of the curse, but what are we dealing with?
Well,
She points at Midas.
Midas kind of look away. Just look at the wall fixtures.
His bracelet is cursed. You can't take it off.
Can't take it off. Okay. Well, young man, would you mind coming this way? Come over to the altar here.
Okay. Midas will walk forward.
And he kind of steps up onto just like 1 or 2 steps up towards the altar, and there's like a small table. He just says, please place the cursed item on the table.
Midas will put his arm out on the table. With
Okay,
the snake head facing up towards the sky.
All right. So you place the snake head facing up on the table, and you see the cleric of Kalimvor kind of inspect it, not touching it, just kind of looking at it, like kind of getting a good every angle view on it, and you see him reach down into a cabinet behind him, pulling out some incense and some other kind of like holy symbol, and he starts initiating seems to be like prayers of some kind that you guys don't really understand the words that he's saying, but after maybe like a minute or 2 of him waving around this incense around the Serpent's Coil, you see like a faint glow in the holy symbol that he's wearing, and he looks up to all of you quite quizzically, and he says, "Where did you come by this item?"
Does that matter?
Just tell him. It is not for us to keep secrets.
Well, the only reason that I ask is that it appears to be quite the ancient magic imbued in this object.
We won it in a competition.
Someone was just giving away an item like this?
Yes.
They wanted to get rid of it, yes.
I mean, in short, yes, you could say that.
Well, I'm afraid this magic might be a little bit outside of my realm of, well, to be quite frank, my realm of power. I don't think I could draw upon enough magic from my own deity to remove the curse on this item, but you over there, and he points to you, Eladrin.
Yes?
And he says, you look quite familiar.
Maybe. Why would you say this? Have we met before?
He starts speaking in a dialect that only you understand, Eladrin. It's primordial.
Oh, okay.
And
I cock my head to the side like the little RCA dog, like the little puppy looking at the thing. Like, oh, what is this? I have not heard this in a long time.
And for this little conversation, I'm going to pull you aside, Eladrin.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we're going to go hop over to the private channel.
Yes.
And we will be right back, guys.
Okay.
And
Don't
while
have too much fun without us.
while this is happening, all you guys hear is like the language of primordials, very like guttural, just like very strange noises being echoed back and forth between each other. And you two are just like, what the hell are they doing?
Like bubbles, you know.
Kind of.
Sounds like lava bubbles.
So this man begins speaking with you in primordial, and he says to you in this language. He says, "You do look familiar. Are you one of the Terra More?"
One of the what? The Terra More?
It's just that you resemble someone that I know. Do you happen to know who Dornian Breezeleaf is?
You're talking of my little brother. Dornian is my father.
Wait, you're the offspring of Dornian and Rizelia?
Rizelia, yes, my mother and my father. Yes, this is my parents.
How old are you, young man?
I am about 36.
36, and you do not know of the Terra More?
I mean, I grew up as worshipping Celestian, the god of stars and wanderers, but I have not heard of the Terra More per se. What is this?
Well, if you're the son of Dornian and Rizelia, do you know where your family originated from?
Well, of course, from Stonecaster Mountain.
Yes, but do you know where your ancestors originated from?
I just assumed that we had always been a part of the mountain. The cave that I was brought up in was passed from generation to generation.
Have you spent any time off of Stellaris?
Oh, quite a bit. Yes, I have ventured all around the vast waters around Stellaris.
And you see the cleric's like kind of counting on his hands. He said, "How long were you gone?"
Oh, I mean, quite a long time. About 15 years to be exact. Maybe 16.
Well, I think that might explain it.
Okay.
Well, our clerics of Kelemvor and the ones known as the Terra More have a pact that goes back many, many years. Now, it's maybe not for me to divulge everything. I think... Wait, have you seen your parents since coming back?
I have not seen my parents. No, I have only been able to find a long-lost brother, which I did not even know I had.
Oh, yes, young Zephyr. I've met him a time or two.
Yes, Z. He's
Well,
also an aspiring bard. He's doing quite well, I must say.
Well, as I was saying, I think this cursed item is a little bit outside the realm of my magic, but for you might be able to go to a location that houses a primordial power, something that would definitely be able to handle magic like this.
And what is this place called?
Well, I've never been there myself, but your parents would definitely know of it, and they've coined it SoundCloud Island.
Cloud?
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. The cloud of the sounds. The sounding cloud. It sounds like something my parents would call something. An island made of clouds where the sound can echo off of it. Yes. Okay.
Yes,
And it's SoundCloud Island.
and it's an island that you cannot see it from the ground, unfortunately, but it's up there. And he just points up.
I just look straight up. Oh, up in the sky?
Yes, quite high in the sky. So high, in fact, that you're not able to see it with the naked eye.
Okay, so how might someone get there?
Well, that is something you need to ask your parents, who are the last remaining Terra More on the island of Stellaris.
They are the last. My mother. Of course. Of course, okay. So I must reunite with my mother and father and ask them of the Telemore, of the stories they have never told, and how to get to the SoundCloud Island.
Well, from what I've understood about the traditions of the Terramore, usually they tell the secret of the passage to SoundCloud Island when their children turn 18 years of age, but it seems as though you've been off the island around that time, and they weren't able to tell you the secret.
Yeah, that's about right. Something around those. Maybe something like that.
Well, I'm sure your friends are. I'm looking at them right now. They seem to be a little bit confused about this conversation we're having, but as best I can tell you, I'm sure your parents would be able to direct you to get to SoundCloud Island, where there is a being there that would be able to remove this item from your friend.
Okay. I will. Okay. Do you know? Is this more I should find from my parents, or do you know more of this?
I think it's best that you speak with your parents, especially because you haven't seen them since you've returned to the island, you naughty boy.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, it's a good thing to keep in touch with one's parents. I know. I found these friends at the docks. You see them. Look, they are so lovable. I just cannot get enough of them.
Now they're so
much like family.
There is one thing that I need you to do for me.
Okay.
Son of Dornian and Rizelia.
Okay.
Now, this bond that we have, the priests, the clerics of Kalembor and the Terramore, is quite a secret. It is only something that we know. Do not tell your friends unless your parents deem it acceptable for them to know.
Okay. So the Accord is secret. Your secret is safe with me.
Yes.
Between the Telemore and the Kalimvor.
Yes, but your friends will undoubtedly have questions. Just let them know that the secret to getting this, or the way that we can remove this curse, is only something that we can achieve by speaking with your parents first, and they will guide you to where we can remove the curse.
And you know, and for a head start, do you know where my parents are right now? Are they at home?
I believe their home is in Balland currently.
Yes, correct. Yes, okay. Okay,
that
so we will go down.
Might be the best place to start.
All right.
All right, I'm going to stop speaking in Primordial so these guys can understand me.
All right. I will also stop the bubbling noise.
All right, let us go back to speaking normal common.
Okay. All right. We are back.
So you guys see the cleric and Eladrin just kind of nod at each other, and then they turn back to you, and the cleric says, as I mentioned, this magic is a little bit too ancient and powerful for me to dispel, but your friend here will be able to guide you to where you need to go in order to get rid of this curse item.
Yes.
Is it far?
I mean, is what really far? It's not.
Wherever we need to go.
What is far? No, it's not far at all. It is very close. We're going to go to Balland.
Oh,
Huh?
all right.
Yeah, it's right next door. No big deal.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
How long would it take us to get there?
I don't know, a day or two, maybe, perhaps, maybe not even.
From Vrento to Balland, it's like a 4-day travel.
Yeah, I don't have any perception of time that it's worth it. Just excited.
But at that point, should we just keep it moving then?
I mean, as long as you're going to be by my side, we are going to go.
Yes,
perhaps.
unfortunately, I'm not able to remove the item from your wrist, good young man.
It's fine.
Well, where in Balland are we going? Or is this a secret?
Oh, I mean, I will tell you if you want to know.
I do want to know.
Okay, good. We are going to go see my mother and father.
Your parents would know? They
Yes.
work with curses?
They were with, well, I mean, not directly,
They're
but
What does that
religious?
mean?
I mean, they could possibly have some knowledge of some way to get rid of the curse. But it is not important as to how, as too much to where it's go is to where. So right now, the objective for us is to go to Baland, for me to see my mother and father, to have a reunion with them, to reunite, say hello, I love you. I've seen you for not a lot of time. Been a very long time gone. I cannot believe you have children without me knowing. I'm sorry. I'm only now finding out I have brothers. But yes, we will go to see them, and they will help us on our quest in order to remove this cursed bracelet. I cannot say it loud because it's scary.
As long as they know something, I guess. But we should go back to the others and, go together.
Okay, yes, so this is great news. We're going to have a fantastic journey, and we're going to ride, and we're going to sing, and we're going to go all together as a Mighty Duck family to see my family, and we're going to have extra parent grand ducks.
Right now, all I really care about is getting this cursed thing off of him,
Yes, that will happen.
hearing it, and after that, maybe I should stay in Baland or just go. I don't know.
Why would you do such a thing? We are trying to make sure that you are able to become one of the gourmands. We need you to finish your training.
It
You do not
doesn't
need to
really
go.
matter now. I'm not.
Of course it matters. Why would you say it doesn't matter? If it matters to you, it matters to
Why are we
us.
doing any of this at all?
Because it matters.
Does it? It doesn't matter to Midas. It doesn't. What
Midas
am
is
I
being
even
affected
doing
by
here?
his. Midas is being affected by his curse. His brain is not right. He does not even know. He did not even know that it was cursed in the first place. He could not even tell us until I made him.
I knew.
You knew and you did not tell us?
Yes.
Why would you keep that a secret?
Because it didn't matter. It's not your business.
It is kind of our
Mason
business.
point. He said that to my face. Doesn't
You're-
care about any of us. Only himself. So why then would you even follow us in the first place?
Well, first of all, I wasn't following y'all. So, y'all are not the ones. Y'all are not the reasons why I'm here.
What?
Anyways,
Okay, so
it doesn't matter. We can we just not talk about these damn fucking bracelet anymore?
sure, we can leave it alone until we get to Baland, and then we will talk to my parents about taking it off. And that way, everything will be happy. We'll be able to say, hey, no more bracelet because it is killing Midas, and Corey will say, yay, no more bracelet, that is killing Midas, and everybody will be happy, and we'll be a happy family of ducks again. We'll be mighty together as mighty ducks, okay? Nothing will break us up because we are a team.
Corey looks over to the cleric and says, "Thank you for your time," and just looks away and just. She can't really walk away from Midas because she literally has to stay close to him, so she just kind of awkwardly waits for him and Eladrian to start moving.
Well, I appreciate that, young lady. I just apologize that I couldn't be of more assistance, but do be careful with that object, young man. It's quite dangerous. Best not to have it on for too long.
Or at all. But it's a little bit late for that.
It's okay. I'll be fine.
Blessings of
Thank you.
Kellamvor be with you.
That guy.
Let's find out others. maybe with all this time that passed, Zar finally said compass, we know where to go. And we can do that and focus on that and not this damn bracelet.
It won't work because of
Maybe-
your bracelet.
Maybe
Well,
it
I'm not
works if
near
it's
him, am I?
in your heart. In Zar's heart, you are always nearby because you are a part of the ducks.
Well, it's not about his damn fucking heart, Eladrian. It's about the fucking mission, about the fucking book.
Kind of a little bit about his heart. A little bit.
And let's
So
we'll cut over to the other two, who are still over at the Vunith Institute currently.
Achoo! Oh man, I feel like someone's talking about me.
Ears are burning.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing in the Vunith Institute?
Just had their name pulled up. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to, with Drag by my side.
Yeah.
Are you okay to go see one of my old teachers?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so this guy, he's the one that gave me the letter that said that I was chosen, which I think you just learned about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, we were chosen to go find the artifacts, yada yada yada. Yeah, because we told you right away. But he's the one that gave it to me, so I think he'll probably be really a good help.
Sounds good. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head to. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm head to Professor Astrom. Sorry, I lost that name.
All right.
Head to his office.
So you head over to Professor Astrom's office, and you know exactly where to go to find Professor Astrom, one of your favorite teachers. And you arrive at his office door. What do you do?
Kind of give a little knock. Professor Astrom?
And the door unlocks and waves open as you see a little ghostly spectral hand just kind of float and organize books after opening the door. It just kind of organizes papers and books and things like that. And at the back of the room behind a desk you see an older halfling with some wrinkles on their face, a thick gray beard, and wispy hairs over top that are styled in a comb over. He's got black robes with gold trim on the fringes of his robes. And he looks up, he said, "Is that you, Za?"
Hey, Professor, how's it going?
"Za, it's been ages since I've seen you. How are you, young man?"
Oh, kind of fucked up in the head after you gave me that note, but I'm doing all right.
"You look a lot different from when I last saw you, which means you've gotten stronger. So, my decision to give you the note was well worth it."
Yeah, it was worth it for some reasons, and maybe not worth it for others, but, I appreciate you giving me the chance, and I've learned a lot.
Well,
And the world is a
if-
scary place.
If the path to magic was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Remember that.
I think it would be worth it if it was pretty easy, but if you say so.
And who is this that you have with you? Oh my goodness, she's quite tall.
Hi.
This is
What?
this is Dragonista, the greatest drag queen in all of Star Wars.
Well,
Oh,
it is
he doesn't exaggerate.
Oh, yeah, well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Dragonista. I am Professor Astrom. I'm sure Zaz told you all about me, his favorite teacher and all.
Yes.
You see
Of
the
course.
you see the old halfling just kind of oh you, give you the old he's blushing. It's oh, you talk about me, do you?
Of course, I talk about you all the time. You've come up so many times, and I might have. I mentioned you in the beginning, and then one of the guys said that I was lying about you, so I never brought you up again because he was mean to me. You know I don't do well with bullying.
Well, you look much
that was
tougher.
Midas.
You look much tougher than you used to. I'm sure there's not too many people picking on you, and well, with your friend Dragonista here, I'm sure many people would avoid getting on your bad side.
I wish. But how's it been going? How's classes? Yeah.
Oh, you know, students are okay. None of them have quite the aptitude that you did. Well, maybe except for your youngest sister, Neza, but, well, I haven't seen her around the Institute for quite a little while.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I stopped in. We were just in Onagas. I'm part of that Mighty Duck group. We won the Feast and Famine.
What? You're part of that group? I've heard about them.
Yeah, I'm basically the leader. I started it, and it was all because of you.
Roll deception.
Oh, get him.
Drag's nodding along with him.
9.
Nice. Professor Ashton just kind of nods along and says, "Oh, you're the leader, huh? Okay. Must have changed quite a bit from when you were a student here then."
Oh yeah, they're calling me like the smartest and the bravest, and one of them, he's like he's trying to learn from me because he's not that good at magic, but he knows how to sew really well. But yeah, so yeah, I'm part of the Mighty Ducks. Drag just joined actually. She's one of our newer additions, and she's pretty awesome. She's killed a lot of people. But where was I going with this? God, I do love to tell stories.
Oh, how I miss this time when you just ramble on about nothing.
It's not nothing. I mean, it's my adventures. You know, this is what you sent me on. But okay. Before that, we were in the Cracknor Mountains, and I used like this spell that kind of burned like the hellish flames from my I guess my ancestors. Something burned this hag to death, and I fainted, and I had this dream, and Neza was gone, and then like she was walking out the gate, and then through kind of the travels and the information that I've gotten, she seemed to have been looking for magical amplification, and she had looked into Ludwig's tower in the Draymore Lock.
You see Professor Astrom just kind of stroking his gray beard. He says, "Ludwig's tower, Well, if memory serves, I believe that tower overloaded of some kind and sunk to the bottom of Draymore Lock. Unfortunately, Ludwig's attempt at magical amplification was not quite successful." And from the outside of the room, you hear someone say, "Oh, that's pure poppycock." And walking in is a slender satyr with short red hair that's shaved on the sides, with ram's horns curling out. He has that half goat lower body, and he wears black robes with red trim on the fringes. And Zara, you recognize this person as Professor Opan.
Hi, Professor Open. It's been a while.
Sir, nice to see you, young man. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? You're looking great, by the way.
Oh, I thank you. I think I've lost a pound or two.
You couldn't even tell you were. Yeah. How's it going? Yeah. God.
Oh, hold on a minute.
This is a lot.
Asher, what were you saying about Ludwig's tower? You said it fell to the bottom of the lock? Why? Well, yeah, of course, it fell down to the bottom of the lock. You didn't read the book? No, of course I read the book. He obviously plane shifted. Oh, plane shifted? You
Oh, he did
fool.
plane shift.
No. His tower fell to the bottom of Draymore Lock, Zah.
No, I think Open's onto something. That was my original theory of where Neza might have gone. I thought she might have been on a different plane.
Listen, I've been to many different planes myself. I've been to the Feywilds, you know, I'm from there. Of course he plane shifted. I mean, I haven't seen his, any kind of signs of him plane shifting or coming back ever since he did plane shift, but he probably plane shifted maybe to some other dimension that I don't know about. And Professor Astrom just kind of scoffs, like, oh, you went to some other dimension that you've never heard about, did he? Oh, well, of course, I'll believe you.
I mean, magic is weird and crazy, you know? Why, of all people, you're the one that told me that. Why would you not believe that? It's more believable that he overloaded and shifted to another dimension, another plane, than one of the more powerful wizards just sink to the bottom of the ocean. That doesn't sound right.
Listen, sometimes people just get a little bit too, ahead of themselves when they're dealing with magic, like magical amplification. It's just common sense that his attempts would lead to failure and fall down to the bottom of the lock.
Well, maybe when it fell to the bottom of the lock, the magical amplification ripped a hole in the lock that might lead to another dimension, and that's why they've never been able to find pieces. Maybe that's where Nezzo went.
You see, Astrom, this young man knows what he's talking about, not like you old codger. And Professor Astrom just getting very visibly frustrated, just sits off of his desk and walks towards one of his bookcases and starts angrily muttering to himself, rasm, looking for something in particular. And he looks up and he sees like some scrolls at the top of his bookshelf, and the mage hand that let you guys in rises up to the top, and he pulls out a scroll and he gives it and he waves the mage hand over to Uzar and drops it in your hand, and he says, you know what, if you're so curious, go have a look for yourself. That's a scroll of water breathing. I'm sure you know what you could do with that, Tsar. Memorize it, write it down, and you'll be free to use it to go explore the bottom of the lock and see for yourself.
You don't have to tell me twice. I was already gonna do it even if I didn't have this.
Well, anything to prove this fool wrong. And he points over to Opan.
Come on, guys. We don't have to fight. We all like each other. You guys are best friends the last time I was here.
What did
you do, Open?
Well, you know, Zal, we just like to tease each other a little bit. That's all. Especially when he's this wrong. I am not wrong.
Okay, let's put a bet on it. What if he's right? What's gonna happen?
All right, I'll tell you what. If Opan is correct, then you'll have your first year students study conjuration magic, which is my specialty. And if I happen to be wrong, then I'll have my first year students study divination magic. Is that okay, Opan? And Opan looks over to Astrom. I think that's a fair deal.
All right, now shake on it.
And the both of them shake hands, but Astrom just flings his mage hand towards Opan's hand.
I missed you guys. I missed your classes and learning. I feel like I've been learning in different ways, but I just missed a good lecture and sitting there for hours and hours and listening to you guys talk. And
we miss you too, Za. Nobody asks as many questions anymore. Everyone's real just shy and just looking at their books and not paying attention. But you always paid attention.
Y'all had to kind of pry me out of that, you know. I was also my head buried in a book for the longest time, and thanks to you guys, I got a little bit more confidence, you know, more curiosity.
Well, we knew that you are quite thirsty for knowledge, so we are more than willing to teach those that are very, willing to learn.
Yeah, and I'm very thankful to both of you, and thank you for giving me the letter. And even though it's been crazy and it's dangerous outside in the world, and it's all been worth it. I've met probably 5 of my bestest friends. Yeah, in the whole world.
Oh, I'm glad that you're learning something about yourself, Zar. Hopefully, you find what you're looking for on this journey.
I agree. Oh, can we add one more thing to the bet?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Okay. So, if Opan is right, then you, Professor Astrom, you have to let me copy one of your spells, one of your evocation spells out of your book, and then Professor Open, if Astrom is right, then you have to let me copy one of your conjuration spells out of your spell book. How does that sound?
Fair deal.
All right, three-way shake.
But nothing that's above your realm of possibilities, Zar.
Of course not.
All right, very well.
And I'll put my hand out for both of them to shake.
All right, so they all do a 3-way handshake.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah, Opan, by the way, this is Dragonista.
Hi.
Well, hello, lovely. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you so much.
And how are you finding the Vonith Institute?
Oh, is that where we are?
Yes, that is where we are.
I'll kind of
It's
nudge Drag.
very big.
Drag, you're embarrassing me.
I'm sorry.
Say like a big word.
Yes.
That's not a smart big word.
I can't think of one, Czar.
Read some of that Sylvan that you know.
What?
It's the Sylvan that you were reading in the library. Just read some of that you'll sound super intellectual.
I wasn't actually reading it, Czar.
What? You lied to me?
I was trying to look cool.
You are cool.
Thank you, Czar. And she does a weird bow in front of the other people and winks over at Czar, hoping she's not embarrassing him anymore.
Thumbs up. Look, she's actually really smart. She's just shy around new people, It just takes a little bit.
Well, some of us are book smart, some of us are street smart.
She's runway smart.
Yes. Did you want to see me walk the runway?
Opan and Astrom look back at each other. Sure?
So she starts trying to fake measure in front of her, and she's like, okay, I think we've got this. And she starts walking the runway, and she takes 5 big steps down, and then she sticks out her hip, and then turns around and walks back, and she's like, and that's how we do it.
You see Open and Astrom just kind of look back and forth to each other. Look over to you, Zar.
And as she's walking and doing her thing, I'll use thaumaturgy to kind of make the lights kind of do like a disco strobe light kind of thing, just kind of pulse and stuff.
And after the little light show in the strut, Open and Astrom just kind of start slow clapping and kind of builds up a little bit. Seeing kind of Zar's just come on, guys. Give it a little bit more, come on. She'll kill us all.
she likes torture, be careful.
They just start clapping a lot harder.
She's pretty great, right?
Yeah, it's a great company you keep, Zog. Way to go.
Thank you. yeah, kid. Thank you guys, and I'll send a paper bird to let you guys know who won the bet whenever I get down there. Okay.
Sounds great, Zah. Well, hopefully we hear from you soon.
All right, sounds good. And y'all haven't seen the headmaster, have y'all?
No. The headmaster's been quite busy, unfortunately. He's taking care of some things. I think he's off the island currently.
Okay, good. It's always good to stay avoid. Okay. Thanks again, guys. I'll keep in touch.
Well, is there anything else you needed, Zah, before you left? We don't see you often anymore. We don't get to ask you all this stuff.
Do you know how to break curses? Do either of you?
Break curses? Well, I mean, we know a little bit, but what in specifics are you dealing with?
Yeah, so one of my friends, he touched this this bracelet that yeah, we do that. Okay, that attached to him, and he's unable to remove it, and it's giving off very, very strong cursed energy, and it's not allowing us to do certain things that we need to do to finish our quest for the Crimson Swan. Crimson Sun.
Swan.
A cursed item, huh? Well, Zah, have you studied any cursed magic? Did you go to the library and look up some things?
Yeah, I found a book that talked about removing a curse, but I couldn't take it with me, and I don't have the ability right now to learn it unless I can find a scroll or something with the ability to. I was kind of hoping you guys would have seen that in your lifespan.
Well, I mean, I've seen a cursed object or two, but nothing too, well, let's just say detrimental to anyone. Just kind of like someone placed like a silly curse on an object that, when they tried to shake out a salt shaker, it shook out pepper instead. Little things like that. So, a remove curse spell was enough to get rid of that, but without having the object present in front of us, it's hard for us to tell what degree of magic we might need to remove the curse.
So, is it okay if I bring my friend here? So you guys can kind of study it a little bit?
Yes, if they're willing to come in and show us this item, then we can see what we can do.
I mean, he's not really willing to do anything, but I'm sure I got drag.
I'm here.
Just remember our single visitor policies are only one person can come in with you at a time.
Yeah, and he'll come. I'll tell him it's I don't know. I'm gonna find a lie or something. I don't know. To get him in here.
Whatever you need to do, we're not judging.
Okay, good. But yeah, I think that was. Yeah, that other help. I'll try to come back maybe before we leave Vrento or something. We'll probably be here for a day or two.
All right, well, sounds good. We're usually here.
Oh yeah, by the way, my book talks to me. Do any of your spell books talk to you?
Opan and Astrum just look back at each other. Can't say that we've had books talk to us that, we haven't animated to life on our own accord. Did you cast a spell on your book?
No, I woke up one day and he started having a conversation with me. I'm the only one that can hear him, and he does it mentally. But I'm fine. I think I'm figuring out a way to maybe to create him, to personify him in our reality.
Well, when you figure out how to do that, be sure to bring it back and show us.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
I mean, I never judge anyone when it comes to magic. Magic can do strange things, so, maybe you are talking to your book.
Maybe so. I mean, I am, but yeah, I'll have hard evidence next time.
If anyone can find it, it's you, Zar.
Thank you, Professor Astrom, and Professor Opum. It was good to see you again.
Good to see you too, boy.
I'll probably be back later tomorrow. Okay.
Sounds good. We'll be here.
All right. Kind of do a little bow, and I'll put my hand on Drag's back to get her to bow as well.
Lovely to meet you, Dragonista.
You too. I'm so glad I went to school.
What?
All right, then you guys head on out.
Yep. Out of the. Did you want to do anything else, Drag, inside the university? Anything you want to see?
Graduate?
Get your diploma?
I wouldn't even know where to look.
Well, if you just tell me, maybe we can find something. I don't know. I feel like I've been kind of just taking you along, and I want to do something fun with you. Something that you want to do.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want to dunk some kid's head in the bathrooms or something? I don't know.
Well, as fun as that sounds, what if we learned something?
Okay. What do you want to learn?
Well, how would I know until I learned it?
I mean, that's a very that's a very broad topic. Can we narrow it down a little bit? What do you?
Let's learn about magic. Brilliant.
Zar's just kind of like holding back it's like a blank look, but like also like a laugh, just like I feel like you've learned a lot about magic today, actually, just from walking around this place.
So we've already done it. What else are we doing today?
You tell me.
Well, I guess we could go meet up with the others.
Okay, yeah.
We could have a duck party.
Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go have a duck party. Thank you for coming with me.
Thanks for taking me to school, Czar.
Anytime you want to come, just let me know.
Will do. Do you want to ride up on my shoulder while we walk?
Always.
So she lifts him up onto her shoulder, and we start looking for the others.
You just carry Zar out on your shoulders, straight through the university, right through the institute, not a care in the world.
Yeah.
Totally normal.
Awesome. All right, well, you guys didn't really talk about where you're going to meet, so we'll cut over to the other group first.
I mean, I imagine since Zar already said where he was going, we just go there.
Okay.
The institute.
Yeah. So you guys can head over. You guys head over to the Veneth Institute, and at the same time, Zar and Drag are coming out. Just as you guys arrive.
Oh man, we found him already.
Oh, hey, ducks!
Hey, Midas. Hey,
Hello.
Ladrin.
What is going on?
Did you get older, Midas?
I think he did.
No.
Don't listen to him.
We can't. The cleric couldn't remove the curse, but the Ladrian's parents might know something.
Yes, my parents, believe it or not.
Your
My
parents
mother and
are
father.
They're curse removers.
I mean, in not so many words, you could say this. It's more like they know a guy.
Is that guy you? Do you know how to remove the curse?
I cannot say yes or no to that. I plead the fifth, if there is a fifth here in Stellaris.
Are we gonna get there and you're gonna be like, "Hey guys, it was a me this entire time.
It's a me.
I can remove the curse."
I cannot remove it. No, it's I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll find out after I talk to mommy and daddy. There. I mean, it was.
Get the
Yes.
bracelet off. Return it to the Crimson Sun, and then I'll go my separate way.
You're going to leave us?
Go to what?
You
Why would
heard
you-
me.
Why would you do that?
I'm of no use now. Not to you or anyone. And we're in danger wherever we go. I didn't
You're-
sign up for this.
You didn't really sign up for anything. I don't think any of us signed up for this. We just got a note in our pocket said we are chosen.
And I'm unchoosing myself.
That's not really how being chosen works.
We're
know,
just
when
going
you-
to go, get
you're
this
chosen-
off, and leave. And I'm leaving. And you won't have to
okay.
worry about me.
All right, sure. We will just say that we are going to do this, and then we will talk about what happens after. But let's focus on the task at hand, you say? Yes? And just get over to Balant to see the parents of me, the Breeze Leaves, Dornian and Rizelia, the mom and the dad, and say, hey, we have curse, we need no more curse, what do we do? And they will say, oh, we'll do this, and then we will go. They will take us all the way up to the SoundCloud Island, and then we will be able to go from there, and we will get into the top, and we will get rid of the curse. Okay? Okay. So, ready? And away we go. Come on. Ready? All right, I will go. You follow me. Right, here we go.
So we'll say it's kind of around, kind of getting close to like nighttime, like evening, after everything you guys have done today.
Nighttime, evening time. You guys want to travel in the night or you want to travel in the day? Because now maybe we can take a lay down and maybe have a little bit of a dinner and sleep a little bit, and then we will go out in the morning. We could call Goldie and say, "Hey, Goldie, will take us across the way, even if it's not the deserts, and we can just maybe ride her because she likes us and we are friends."
I don't care where we sleep.
But you're the one with the house, okay?
We could get an inn. I'm not using my house.
Not gonna use the house.
No.
The free house that we have that has all of our things in it. We're not going to use that. We're going to pay for an inn. Got it. Good. All right. To the inn.
All right.
Might be better if we just used, the quack house.
It's more
Correct.
comfortable. And I'm not using it.
The inn is more comfortable than the quack house. Okay. Okay, so the quack house is out of commission, ducks. No more.
No quacks
Quack.
about it.
No, shut your quack.
All right.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are wanting to grab an inn, or there's one on like the northern end of the residential kind of marketplace area. The Melting Ice Inn is what it's called.
Melting ice.
Yes, and you're very easily able to get a room there if you so choose. It's not very expensive. Maybe like a silver piece for the night for each of you.
Oh, fine.
You're able to each get your own rooms if you so choose.
Yup. That's what I'm choosing.
All right, and there is some food included as well.
Okay.
What happens when I eat something?
You won't find out.
Yep.
All right. So how are you guys like eating? Are you guys eating together? What's going on?
Ori took her dish and went to her room.
All right. How about the rest of you?
I guess it's she has a bit of an attitude, eh? Do you guys want to sit down together and have a dinner?
What happened?
I don't really know, but she's going to do whatever she wants to do, and whenever she's done, maybe she will come back and tell us. But as of right now, I don't What happened?
Midas,
Corey, I guess.
why are you so quiet?
I'm not in the mood. And Midas will also go off.
What is-
Midas. Everyone is leaving.
What is up with this group right now, man?
Wonderful family.
I think it has to do with his hand.
Oh yes. He might be losing it. That is right. He might be losing his own.
We should have just chopped it off when we had the chance. Then we wouldn't be having this problem.
I agree. Then you would just be sad forever, though. You would have no hands. Be handless.
What are we going to do about this? Corey wants to leave now. And then who knows what Midas will do?
Women.
He doesn't even really like us.
Yes, he's I don't know. You know, maybe it's the old age.
So we're just gonna do nothing? We're just gonna let him... It's just gonna be me, you, and Drag?
I mean, for the night, in the morning, maybe they'll have a different attitude. You know, it's cannot. This is outside of the
Please
things
changes
I
the
can
mind
control.
sometimes.
I mean, there are two things in life. There are two types of buckets. Yes, you have one bucket of the things that you can control, and you have the other bucket of the things that you cannot. So this seems to be one of the things that I cannot control. I cannot make Midas and Corey feel a certain way or be a certain thing or whatever. They have to come to those decisions on their own. Maybe they need time. It's okay to have time.
Where did the buckets come from?
And I think there is like a maker. I think he's somewhere in Okolin. I think he also makes chocolate, but he makes buckets.
Do you carry the buckets with you at all times?
It depends on if we're putting the one bucket inside of the other bucket. If one bucket might have a hole in it, so you have to stop and repair it.
Okay, so...
Then it wouldn't be a bucket. It would just be like it's slowly draining.
Well, let's do that scenario, okay? We have 2 buckets with 2 holes in them. How do we repair those buckets? How do we
beat it into submission?
So while you guys debate the bucket, Midas, you head up to your room, and what do you do, Midas, while you're up there?
Oh shit.
What's going through Midas's head?
He's a bit like stressed out right now. There's a lot going on with the whole the whole bracelet thing, and then the conversation he was having at the loom about the getting less orders than normal, and then also there's like a little bit of tension going on. He's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
So he's kind of just trying to like de-stress.
Roll a Constitution save for me.
Yeah, I figured it was getting there. 12. How much damage?
You know what would help? You know what would just make everything feel great?
Oh, Midas has a great idea. Midas is his eyes is gonna fall onto his wrist. In the back of his head, he can hear like a Haragon telling him not to touch it. If he touches it, he's a dumbass. But in the front of his head, all he can remember is how good it felt and how much it takes all the stress away. So he's gonna tap the snake head.
All right, 3d6. Roll it.
This is the worst decision Midas has ever made to pick this shit up.
12.
Oh.
12.
Negate all the healing that you can.
Oh, God.
12 poison damage sinks into your arm as it just courses up through your body. Oh, that feeling. Oh, it feels so damn good as you kind of just feel it like you're almost like you lift up off the ground from your chest as you change into that gaseous form and just float there so comfortably, so happy. So just not worried about all those little life problems that you've been dealing with today.
Yes, He's just gonna float there. He's not gonna try to escape because that didn't end well the first time. He caught an Eldritch Blast to the chest, so he won't be escaping this time. But he will just like kind of just float in place and just enjoy the feeling that's coursing through his veins right now. Also, kind of like holding on to it as much as he can, as he knows how bad the rest of his party wants to stop him from receiving these feelings. So, Loki taking it personal. But yeah.
All right, so yeah, as you kind of float there and just enjoy your time, we'll go over to Corey.
I'll say she took the room right next door to him. So
Okay.
she's not far from him at all.
Awesome. And what are you doing? So in these rooms, I'll kind of elaborate a little bit more. They're like you'd get in like a little bachelor like hotel. You got like a little desk, you got a little bathroom, you got a bed and like a small like little window.
Well, first she's gonna try to eat.
Yeah. So what's maybe something you would like first do when you get this plate in front of you? Like, would you try
to smell it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You try to smell it and you don't smell anything.
And she'll just gingerly get I'll say like she got like a stew, so she'll try to lift the spoon to her lips and try to taste it, see if she can at least taste anything.
Yeah. So when you put the stew in your mouth, you kind of let some of the soup drain into your mouth, and you do taste something, but it tastes like pure garbage. Like it's like makes you almost gag as you sip on this. And it visually it looks very appealing. Like nothing high end or anything like that, but it looks like a pretty decent kind of stew. But it's like garbage mixed with vomit that you're tasting currently. Makes you want to gag.
Yeah, she spits it out like the nearest trash can or bucket or whatever.
Yeah. And you just like spit it out and you like kind of inspect the food a little bit, like what the heck is causing it to make this flavor happen, and you can't quite figure out what's going on.
This is what you meant, huh? Talking to her in her head, she's like, well, I did it. At the cost of what? Pissing off an entire store, entire guild, all of my friends. Is that the lesson you're trying to teach? That I'm more alone than I have ever been in my life? Than I've ever thought possible?
No, Corey. I just wanted you to follow my instructions, that's all. And I needed to make sure you knew what was at stake if you didn't.
Well, I did it. Why do you even need this bracelet anyway? Do you want me to take it? Use it myself? Because I can just take it as soon as we can get it off of him, and I'll just go.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes to that, but since you did so well, I'll just let you enjoy your meal.
And Corey, you feel the senses come back to you as you're able to sniff the stew now, and you get the pleasant aroma of like cooked meat and carrots and potatoes. All of that kind of just fills back your nostrils. And you go in to kind of take a scoop of the stew, and as you place it to your lips, you do taste the very pleasant flavors, quite the opposite of what you had just experienced. So yeah, you do have your senses back to normal now.
It objectively tastes good, but now she doesn't even want it. But she's also really hungry, so it's like she eats she can stomach at least half of it, and then the rest of it she just can't really bring herself to eat it.
It's like when you
Yeah.
drink too much like tequila and then you vomit on tequila and then you're like, oh, I can't have tequila for a long time now. You got that going on. You got that,
Then you do it
that's-
anyways.
That's currently with stew
next
that you got
day.
going on.
Yeah, so she won't be having stew for a while. She's just gonna do that, and and just afterwards she'll use her paper bird and write a letter to Quinn, saying, "Dear Quinn, I wanted to come home, but I don't know when I will return. This journey I'm on, it's incredibly dangerous, and the more I seem to travel with this group of ducks, the more misfortune follows. And now I'm in a situation where I'm not really sure what to do. It feels like I'm trapped. I'm tethered. And the only way I can see myself getting out of it is just taking it and leaving altogether so that no one gets hurt. This wasn't the kind of letter that I wanted to send. Desdemona's already lost her father. I didn't want her to lose me too. But I don't really know what other option I have. So the best I can do now is just keep everyone safe, including you and her. I'm sorry." And then she'll send the bird off to Valken.
All right, perfect. I think you have one more paper bird left over. I think I saw your inventory.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Okay, so as the rest of you guys conclude your bucket debate, you're all able to go back up to your rooms and be able to get a nice long rest in each of your beds. And as the day breaks, Kore, you definitely know that you fell asleep in your bed, but you awoke and you are resting at the table where you had eaten a meal. And you'll also notice that your last final paper bird is not there in your bag. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
What
What?
the fuck? What did you do?
What?
What did you do?
What have you done?
What did you do?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm confused. What?
I'm so confused.
It's
What?
not there.
What did you do?
Who did you send it to, really?
We don't know.
Did you sleep, bite? Paper bird?
She did in her sleep because it works with talking. She sleep talked.
Not the sleep talking.
The sleep talk birds. Those are
You're
the
like
worst.
dissociated or fucking demon took over or something. I don't know.
Also a bad thing to have happen.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's perfectly fine.
Yeah, this is a common occurrence.
Yeah, it's just a normal Wednesday night, guys.
Yeah. not crazy, not new and viral. It happens.
Just quirky, just
It's quirky.
quirky
Yeah,
girl
you too.
things.
y'all don't sleep talk and end up letting your demon bite a bird to who knows who. Y'all don't do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Weird. Okay.
kind of.
Weirdos.
Weirdos. You know, if I wasn't, Midas, I saved your life. I took that punch for you. That
Midas probably would have died from that.
Would have been epic.
Well, Midas probably would have been unconscious from that Saint Elders blast.
done.
Like, even if I would have activated my defensive shield, like, it still would have went over it.
I think he had
Yeah,
like
26s.
he had like 2 hit points left or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that much.
He hasn't taken the bracelet out yet, so he can still take 2 damage and pass out in the room.
Hey.
Wait, no, you have
Yeah,
1
no.
HP again, don't you?
I have 3.
3. Okay.
I had my defensive field up. But yeah, as soon as like
He just passes out on his bed, just tripping.
minimum roll, I die.
Yeah,
Minimum roll, dead.
What is it?
Minimum
1d?
roll unconscious.
Is it 1d6 to?
Oh wait,
Take
I think
out?
this is 1d6. If it was 3d, if it was 3d6, I would be dead no matter what. But I
Okay.
think it's 1d6.
Yeah.
So
A D6 to take it out.
So if
I
you
think I
roll
have
a
a-
3 or higher, you die.
I like my chances. I have those. I can deal with those odds.
God. What is this
I can
party
deal with
then?
those. I just cannot.
I don't know.
I don't know what you expect, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all into Midas' safe place. Trying to run. I tell y'all runs this fucking place, beating him up in his own studio.
in his own house.
In his own damn studio.
Beat the shit
And
out of him.
not only beating him up, but talking mad loud. So now the whole studio hears everything. And y'all mind controlled him.
We did not. Ladra did.
Glad you did that one. Guilty as charged.
The list goes on.
Just give me the bracelet.
I'm amazed that Corey didn't get thrown out. I'm so amazed. They were
Minus
scared of her.
and he missed.